Yo, welcome back to my vlog. I am Fred Eduardo. I am here and it's story time for all. I have a fresh story for you guys, fresh off the 3-day weekend. And I start us off on Tuesday morning, right around 5 a.m. Um, a lot of you are not familiar with Orange County, which is fine. So, right where I work, in the city of Irvine, there is the 133 toll road, and that leads you to several toll roads that can take you to Santa Margarita, which is, Mission Viejo, but it's fancier. Or the one we're going to talk about today is the 241. It's going to be going up to Riverside County and connecting with the 91 freeway. Now, the 91, as you know, is a very, very heavily traveled freeway. I mean, to say that it's heavy is it's an understatement for sure. So here's how the story goes. Um, I drive the 40-foot buses, and so this happened to me at work. So I'm an extra board, so that means that I get to base at about 4 a.m. And whenever someone calls in sick, I go in and do the route for them. So this particular day on Tuesday morning, I went to go do the Riverside portion of this route. So I take a 40-foot bus from Irvine. I take it all the way to Riverside via the toll roads, and it's pitch black. There's nothing out there. I mean, it's beautiful in the afternoon when you go through it, but then, when it's dark, it is pitch dark. If there is no one in front of you or behind you, you could see the stars so beautifully because it's in the mountains. You have to go up a little bit in elevation. It's not much, but so before I take a bus out in any circumstance, I'm supposed to what they call a pre-trip, and the pre-trip is the checklist. Mostly what they look for is the air brakes work and the headlamps and the backlights work. If there's a little bit of damage, it's fine. But the air brakes to me is like paramount. So it takes me 15 minutes to pre-trip the whole thing safely. So now I'm on the toll road, and on this particular bus, I actually have a little bit of footage that I want to show you in a little bit, and show you what the difference is. It might not show what the difference is, but I'll describe it to you. The video I'm going to show you is what had happened, the aftermath, because unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not allowed to film while I'm driving, as per policy and DOT rules. So unfortunately, I couldn't get that happen now. If there was a way for me to get footage from Central Communication, which is where all the videos that are recorded daily on the bus go, I would gladly get it. I can show you what happened. So anyway, so these are the luxury buses. They're the 5100s, as we call them, and they are cushier. And what we're going to focus on this story is they have lights atop of every single seat, as like you would say like a Greyhound or even like a plane. So if the person next to you wants to sleep, they can sleep. And boy, do they sleep. They sleep like babies. So if you're one to read or do work as you're on your way to work, there is a light for you. You don't have to disturb your neighbor. So during my trip, I make sure all these lights, there's 2 lights per row, per wing, I guess I could say. So there's 4 per row, and it extends all the way down to I want to say like seven rows down. So there's 28 of these little individual lights. So I make sure they're all off, and this is where it gets interesting. As I leave the yard, my bus is pitch black. The only thing that is lit up is what they call a GFI, which I turn off. The GFI is where people put in money, and I clock it in. Okay, you paid as this, you paid as that. I turn off the light. It's pitch black. Now the only thing left is the dashboard. So I turn that down, way down, because the light bothers me when it's pitch black. So now we're on the toll road. Everything's fine. The bus does have a little bit of a problem going uphill, but this particular day, it felt like someone was grabbing onto it. Now I'm telling you, these 40-foot buses don't weigh like a car. You could maybe, if you were the strongest man on earth, you could do it, but these buses weigh over 22,000 pounds or tons. I'll double check my numbers and you can look for it right here. But I they're incredibly heavy. They're many times the size of a car in weight and size. So it felt like someone was dragging, like something was dragging, or it felt like someone was grabbing it from behind. And as I'm making my way up the hill, because it's a long hill, I noticed something in my peripheral, and I'm going slow enough that I can safely turn and look at my mirror, which I have like a billion mirrors. So I look at my mirror that looks behind me, and I see that about 3 or 4 of the rows of lights have mysteriously turned on like that, and it freaks me out. And but not freak me out to the point where I have to pull over, because it's pitch dark. Like I said, there's nothing out there. There's no lights until you get up to the toll plaza, which is not for a bunch of miles. But anyway, so I'm there freaking out. I'm getting so hot, but and I turn on the AC, and all of a sudden I hear this bang in the back of the bus. Now, normally a bang in the bus doesn't mean that, someone in the back. Normally it means, the engine, skips a gear or whatever, and that's perfectly safe and it's perfectly normal. But this particular one felt like someone had, they had just dropped on the floor, like they slipped off the chair. And as I'm going, all of a sudden, I notice that it gets brighter. And these things are bright, but they're not supposed to be bright. Because I swear to you, I thought the sun was coming out of, the side panel of the bus and the inside. And all of a sudden, I came to the realization that this is not normal. Like, the lights flickered on all the way so bright, and it freaked me out. Here I am, I'm going to Riverside. By the time I get to Riverside, thank God there's light, because I go back there, and this is where I will put in the footage, probably right when I'm done with this, and that's all it is. I get to Riverside, to the Metrolink station. It's called La Sierra. It's right off the freeway. And at this point it's about 5:25, and it's kind of muggy. It's May gray, so there's no light out. If there was even a little bit of dusk or dawn, I should say, there was none because of the gloomy conditions. These lights all turned on by themselves. A Horo and this one. That's fucking nuts. There's no way. Someone has to come in and individually turn these on. That is nuts. I don't know about you guys, but that's just fucking nuts. So at this point in time, I get there and I open the doors and I let everybody in so they can be with me, because I hadn't been freaked out like that in such a long time, since I had an incident with a bus where the stop request indicator went off by itself. So that's when I calmed down. People were talking to me. They told me that I look good. I told them, I feel like I know people thought I had seen a ghost, but people were happy, and the rest of the trip was without incident. So it was weird. This video went on a little longer than I thought, but I thought I should explain a lot of the things. I might have over-explained, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because I'm going to show you and I'm going to give you all the details, and I'll let you decide whether or not what your opinion might be. To me, I think that it was something that you can't explain. Like, how can you explain something flickering on and off? And it's like I heard it, because when you click it on, the light in the back, you can hear it, and I heard them all individually click, 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 like all simultaneously, but like like a nanosecond, so it sounded like a very long click. But like I said, it was incredibly scary, but thankfully nothing else has happened. And if it does happen, great, but nothing yet has happened that's scared the crap out of me, and I'm very very thankful for that. And Tuesday was a very very long day. I was out till 2, and they were being dumb at window, but I got the job done, and I came back with no incident, and I was very very happy, very grateful to the man upstairs that to allow me to come back in one piece. Thank you so much for watching my video. I know it's a long one. Please, 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 if you like it, share it, comment on it, like it, do as you please. If you want to just look at it and don't even view it, don't like it or subscribe or whatever, it's fine. But things like this these are the kinds of stories that we need to talk about, because I know people have lots of stories. Like my cousin has a story, and I'm gonna keep him anonymous because he's scared of what might happen to him. But he has a story about a demon, and you know what? I actually have my own story, and our stories we told each other there are stories, and it almost like we saw the same creature in the same area up north. That's the only thing I'm gonna tell you. I can't tell you the city. It'll be a dead giveaway. I'm just gonna tell you it's a city, not north like Sacramento, but I would say San Joaquin Valley. I mean, shoot, it's a very very busy county. They make a lot of milk and dairy and oranges, and that's all I can tell you. And my cousin, we're gonna name him Bob because we're gonna keep him anonymous. He's probably not gonna be on this channel because he doesn't want anything to do with it because he's scared or he's kind of skeptical, but that's fine. I'll tell his story and my story on the next one. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, click like or subscribe, like I said already like a billion times, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, party people, hopefully you had a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.